Hello and welcome. In this video, we shall be making an HTML project involving all the elements we have learned so far. It's time to move on to CSS, but before we do, let's make a project together to practice everything we have learned. Now, before we move on to CSS, we shall be making a website to represent the menu of a restaurant. That would be a fictional website. We would be practicing all the concepts we have learned, and we shall be making it using HTML only. So let's begin. Let me open VS Code and create a new folder. File, folder. I'm going to create a new folder. Let's call that HTML project. And let's create our first file called index.html. Here we can generate the entire structure by using exclamation mark. Let's call that my restaurant h1, and we can open it in browser. Okay, so on the home page we are going to place a set of deals. Then we would have links to other pages where the entire menu would be listed. And finally, we would add a timing page where we would list the timing of the restaurant. So let's go back to VS Code. Oh, oops. Okay, so let's begin with deals. And I am going to call it something like value deals. Here, let's use the HC tag to create our first deal. I am going to call it deal number 1. And here you don't need to open the tag and close it manually. You can simply write the name of the tag. As an example, you can write h4, press tab, and the tag would be completed automatically. Let's add a UL for deal 1, and here I'm going to add a single item, and let's call that 1x zinger bug. Let's go back, set it. Now let us add price after that. So I'm going to add a p tag price, and we want the price to be bold, so we are going to use the b tag. So b, let's say $1.40. Here we go, we have our deal number 1. Let's add another one, h3 again, deal number 2, ul li, let's say 1x 345 ml soft drink, and let's add 1x zinger burger. And now I am going to add its price in the same fashion. We are going to say $2.45, and here we are going to use another tag that's called strike. And the reason for strike tag is that it's going to strike through this text, and we would be able to add another price after that. So let's see an example. I am going to wrap that into the strike tag, As you can see, it's not highlighted properly. It's shown in white compared to the other tags we have used over here. And the reason for that is that strike tag is deprecated. Instead, we should use CSS to strike through text. However, we haven't reached CSS yet, so we are going to stick with the strike tag, and then I am going to add 2.20, and there we go. Both of our deals are added properly. Finally, we need our menu. I mean the navigation menu that we can use to go to other pages. So I am going to add another UL, li, and here instead of using an A tag for home, I am going to write home directly and just say you are here. Then we are going to add another li. This time we need to use an A tag, and we are simply going to type A and press enter, and href would be added automatically. Let's redirect it to menu.html, menu, and then we are going to add another link for timings.html. And there we go. Our home page is ready. Now we can move on to menu.html. Now we are going to create another file and call it menu.html. Let's add the structure here as well. Products menu. Let's add an h1 and call it menu. And here we are going to list all of our products. Now I'm not going to build an entire restaurant menu here. Let's just add a few products. We are going to add a category and call it fast food. Inside fast food, we need to list several products with their images. So let's add an h3. I'm going to add the first item. Let's just call it single burger. I'm going to add a p tag. Let's add it inside a p, and give it a price of 1.65. And here we need to add an image for the item as well. So let's go to pixabay.com, search for, let's just search for burger. Okay, so I shall go with this. I think this one looks delicious. Let's download that. Is it downloading at all? Okay, there we go. I'm going to rename that to burger.jpg, and we're going to place that inside a folder that we're going to name images, or just img for short. Now let's use the img tag to add it here. We're going to say img slash burger.jpg, leave the alt blank, and we would also need to reduce the width and height. So I shall go with a width of 200. Okay, that's too little. Let's make that 400, and I'm going to set the height to auto. And the idea behind setting height to auto is that it's going to automatically adjust the height based on the set width. However, it's not actually necessary to set the height to auto. If I remove the height attribute completely, it's going to default to auto, and it's going to calculate the height automatically based on the width. So we can leave that out if needed. I guess we can leave that out if we prefer. H3, and I am going to add, let's add fried chicken. I am going to add a price of B $1.8 slash 3 pieces, and we are going to use the sub tag to reduce the size for pieces. Sub, there we go. Next we are going to look for an image. Let's search for fried chicken. Okay, what? I don't think it's searched. There we go. There we go. There we go. This one should work. Let's download and place that into our website. I'm going to rename that to fried chicken only, fried dash chicken, and move that to our img folder inside VS Code. And here we are going to add our second image, img slash fried chicken. I'm going to leave the alt blank and set width to 400. And there we go. Both of our products are added successfully. Let's add our menu now. I mean the navigation menu again. UL, LI, A, and I am going to give the redirect the first one to index.html, call that home, then add another li, and I am going to directly write menu you are here. And another thing I shall do is that I am going to replace this by em dash. Wait, I think it's just m dash without the e. So I have described that before, but you can use this syntax to add special characters. This is basically going to add a longer dash. Now let's add our final li as well. A. I'm going to call that timings.html again. Timing. And let's navigate to home. And I am going to replace this dash as well. Let's replace this one by m dash as well. So as you can see, it's simply a longer dash. You can also make one slightly longer than the regular dash but smaller than an m dash. I think that's either n dash or yep, that's n dash. And I think this one looks better. Let's use an n dash here as well. Okay, so we're done here. Let's create our timings.html file, new file, timings.html, generate our structure, time, timing, h1, branch timing. I'm going to open this page by clicking the timings link. And here we are going to create a table that's going to show us the timing for different days. So let's add a table tag, table. Then we are going to add a tr tag to create our first row. Inside we are going to create the th tag to declare the head of our table. And I am going to call it day. We are going to have two more th, starting time, th, ending time. Here we go. And let me show you something interesting. Instead of creating 7 TRs for all 7 days, we can simply write TR angular bracket for the closing one. Then we can type TD static 7. And then we can press tab. Oh, we need 3 TDs here. And then we need 7 TRs here. And what it does is that it's going to create a TR 7 times or create 7 TR tags, and then this means that we need to go inside the TR tag, and there inside of each TR tag we are going to create 3D tags, 3 TD tags, something called limit. I am not going to go into detail, but it's something nice to keep in mind. Let's use that to generate all 7 TRs at once, and we can simply continue typing and press tab to move on to the next TD. So Monday followed by, let's say, 10:00 a.m., 10:00 p.m. Tuesday, 10:00 a.m., 10:00 p.m. Let's continue with the same thing. 10:00 a.m., 10:00 p.m. I'm going to change the time here. Let's make it 10:30 a.m. and here I am going to make that 10:00 p.m. same as before. Then I am going to add Friday, 10:00 a.m., 10:00 p.m. Then on Saturday I am going to change the time slightly as well. Let's make that 12:00 p.m. combined with 12:00 a.m. And finally on Sunday I am going to add a time of 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And there we go. Our timing table is added. And finally, we are going to add a navigation menu again to link this page to the rest of the site. So let's add a UL, LIA, index.html, Then we are going to add another li, a menu.html, menu, and finally we would have a final li where we would simply say timing and n dash you are here. And there we go, our site is completed. Now I know it's quite a bit, it might be getting confusing. So if you find it confusing, I want you to review the first 7 videos until you understand everything. And then I want you to come back to this video again and make the entire project once more. HTML is the simplest of the concepts we are going to learn in this series, and I think you have completed it already. If you understand everything, you are ready to move on to CSS. Now, I have a very simple assignment for you. First of all, you need to make this entire website and add 3 more products to the menu. You are going to add any other 3 products to the menu. You need to complete 5 products. And next to each product, you need to add a link called view product. Similar to how we have links to go to home, we have links to go to timing. You need to add a link here called view product. And if we click that link, it should open another HTML page where the image of the product would be displayed along with its title. And if you can complete that project without using ChatGPT, I think you are completely ready to move on to CSS. You are not going to have any problems when you move on to more advanced concepts.